Hello, and welcome to the Go for Broke 25th Monument Anniversary Virtual Tribute. I'm David Ono, and I am delighted to serve as your host for this momentous occasion. To start us off, we have several World War II veterans and their family or friends who would like to welcome you.
Gigi Kawahara McPhee, and this is my dad.
Hi, my name is Manu Kawahara, A Company, 100 Battalion. Welcome back to the monument.
Hi, I'm Kimmy Look.
And I'm Thomas Winter.
And this is our great uncle, Yosh Nakamura.
Companies M and L in the 442nd.
Hi, welcome to the Monument Celebration.
I'm Shinkana Shiro from Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm here with my friend and hero, Dr. Takashi Manago, who was a staff sergeant in the 100th Infantry Battalion, Able Chapter. We want to welcome you to the 25th Go for Broke Monument Anniversary.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Padilla, and I'm here with my father-in-law, Takuchi Yoshihashi. Tok, take it away.
I'm Tok Yoshihashi, and I was in A Company of the 100th Battalion. Welcome to the anniversary.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin Kawaguchi from Los Angeles, and I'm here with my good friend, Technical Staff Sergeant from the MIS, Ed Nakamura.
Hello everyone, I want to say hello to the friends in Idaho, and that's on our monument anniversary. Welcome everyone.
What a touching welcome. I could not think of a better way to commemorate Monument Anniversary than with our Nisei veterans and their family members and friends. We are so honored to have these veterans with us today. They are truly a living legacy. At this time, I want to give a special thank you to all of the 2024 Monument Anniversary sponsors and supporters, as well as the potted plant and Honor a Veteran tribute donors. As I mentioned earlier, today we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the building of the striking Go for Broke Monument. However, we're doing more than celebrating a milestone. We're also celebrating a major significant development, the construction of the Go for Broke Plaza.
Wow. Can you believe we're finally here? Amazing. If my father and his friends were here today, they would be so proud to see this as a culmination of their vision. It's fulfilled. They would be proud knowing that their dreams would continue forward. But they would also be so proud to know that their sacrifices and their efforts were not in vain.
What is equally significant is that the $168 million funding for this project was raised through affordable housing tax credits, making this a unique public, private, and nonprofit partnership. Let's learn more about the history of the monument and the future trajectory of this transformative new development for our organization.
The original vets, they had the idea of building the monument, and when we created the monument, people said, why are you building a monument in the middle of a parking lot? They always had the vision that, no, that's a developable piece of land that we can build something next to it.
The Go for Broke Plaza and First Street North Residences offers 248 affordable units, much needed green space and retail space for treasured local small businesses.
And we are equally thrilled that our organization will occupy 10,000 square feet and include a learning room, a multi-purpose room, conference room, and office space.
This project was shaped by and for the community. And we're overjoyed that it will provide the kind of setting that this monument deserves.
Over 3 decades ago, this group of Japanese American veterans decided to create the 100th 442nd Memorial Foundation.
Colonel Kim and Buddy Mamiya and a few others, they said we should start building a monument, something we could be proud of, something that the future generation can be proud of.
The stories I heard from them, when we were building this, the lost battalions and all these little stories that they have, none of us ever knew those even existed.
I want the American people, when they see the monument, to feel good. I want it to feel good. That's why I deliberately insisted upon the bill that went to the Senate, as well as the monument, says an American story.
We were approached by Go for Broke to develop the Educational Center, Interpretive Center, right next to the monument. We took this quite bold action to put the motion forward in City Council to literally triple the size of the lease.
Our main focus as architects is to listen. And there were a lot of voices on this project. So not only is the building's specific needs important, but the larger community context is important.
For me to start the project, it was how the building will talk to the monument. And that was very important to me because I felt like the monument was kind of the heart of the project.
This transformative project will make Little Tokyo more attractive to everybody.
Recapturing, reinvigorating, and addressing the needs of our city. The Go for Broke Plaza symbolizes our gratitude to the veterans who came before us.
16,000 names of veterans, men and women, will be added to the Monument Wall of Service, thus honoring all Japanese Americans who served in the military during World War II.
Okage-sama de. Because of you, we are.
As you can see, the building of the monument represents the Go for Broke spirit of the Nisei veterans who fought to secure the freedoms and liberties for all Americans and for future generations. Since the groundbreaking of the Go for Broke Plaza 3.5 months ago, a considerable amount of work has been completed. The subterranean level has been dug up. I-beams have been cemented into the ground for the foundation of the building. It is truly so exciting to see this dream become a reality. And as exciting as the construction of the new building is, it is the continued thoughtful work of Go for Broke National Education Center, which is so inspiring. At the core, the heart of our work is the formidable Go for Broke spirit and legacy of the 33,000 Japanese American men and women who valiantly served their country.
Those young men of the 100th Battalion and the 442nd Regiment are the ideal model, exploring the why we do what we do when we're inspired to act.
I volunteered from a relocation center to show my loyalty and to prove that I had the right to live as a good American citizen.
What the risks are when we're inspired to act, and what consequences may come if we choose instead to stay silent.
In our Next Gen programming, we continue our engagement with the younger generation, touching the future and ensuring that the Go for Broke spirit lives on.
Hi, my name is Maya Hernandez. The world has changed a great deal since World War II, and in some ways, it hasn't. How does one inspire the young generations of today and tomorrow with a story that occurred 80 years ago?
500 proud members of the 442nd Infantry Regiment, mostly American-born Japanese, swings down Constitution Avenue in Washington for another ceremony in their honor.
The Go for Broke National Torchbearer program inspires the next gen to listen.
To buy into the Nisei story is to buy into the power of our democracy.
Empathize.
My uncle passed away. I found out in his obituary, that he had served. I don't think I've been more proud to say that I was Japanese American.
Reflect and engage with contemporary issues of today.
Letting your courage and your bravery overcome your fear in order to speak out.
We bring young adults together from across the country to discuss the current challenges and dilemmas facing our nation.
We held our first ever National Torchbearer convening in June of 2023.
We use the veteran story to inspire them to work towards upholding America's promise. The promise that in our nation, no one is to be judged by the color of one's skin, the nation of one's origin, or the faith one chooses to keep.
I come from a background of immigrants, so I kind of understand having to prove yourself to other people that you are American.
I've had many conversations. Black rage is necessary due to the things that they've been through.
The Torchbearer program has enabled me to learn about American history that you don't see in the classroom, you don't see at schools.
We are so thrilled to engage with you all through our second annual National Torchbearer convening.
There's so much division, and to have 20 of us get into a space with a smile on our face, eating ramen, and talking about it is just an incredible thing.
The National Torchbearer Program is just one way in which Go for Broke National Education Center is using the Nisei veteran story to inspire members of our next gen.
We got to take a tour around Little Tokyo. Upon reaching the monument, I asked the tour guide, how do you feel that the story of the 442nd isn't as mainstream as some other stories? He looked at me in the eye and said, "That's why you're here. That's why you're a torchbearer."
If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. And I think that Torchbearers is something that aims to exactly tackle that issue.
Coming together and building a future together so we can make a difference in this world.
Well, my dad is Reino Saka, was the original 100th Infantry Battalion member in Honolulu. I can really see him smiling down at the Torchbearers.
2 years ago, we created and launched the Go for Broke Journalism Institute, working with the Downtown Magnates High School in partnership with the Los Angeles chapter of the Asian American Journalists Association. We provide top-notch journalism training to high schoolers. Journalists from the LA Times, Washington Post, the New York Times, and ABC7 provide didactic skill-building presentation and personal mentorship.
I said, all the things I'm going to share with you today on how to write a story. This is my toolkit, and I'm emptying it for you.
The students then create a journalistic piece that involves the story of the Japanese American soldiers and experiences of World War II.
I'm so happy about the fact that we have different ethnicities to tell what our history of what we did.
What I specifically talked about was the food that they ate. There was a story I read up on this Japanese American's brother who got stomach cancer because of the moldy food, the rotten food that they were given.
My project was about Coswell Masuda. I kind of talked to my dad about that, and I asked him if he would fight for his country that turned his back on him, and surprisingly he said yes. And he told me that my mother and my grandmother were immigrants and they came to give us a better life. And he said sometimes you just have to fight for what you believe in. I was applying for a USC Annenberg Journalism Institute, and they were asking for a writing sample, and I thought that this would be the absolute perfect piece.
In addition to being accepted into the USC Annenberg Journalism Summer Program, Lizzie has spoken publicly about the power of the Nisei story.
I am the daughter of an immigrant. I understand the struggles and challenges that children of immigrants have to endure. But I also know that the opportunities and privileges that we have are due to those that came before us.
So don't let anyone tell you that the Nisei veteran story is just an 80-year-old story that is fading away. The story is alive and well, and it continues to inspire and shape the values of our next generations.
I hope that you all are feeling inspired as I am by the depth and the reach of the educational programming. The future impact of the Go for Broke spirit is very bright, and the work for the next gen is only a part of the work of our organization. Through our interactive exhibit, Defining Courage, and the Go for Broke Monument, we welcome visitors from all parts of the country and internationally. Additionally, we have been keeping the Go for Broke spirit relevant and meaningful in many other ways. So let's now take a peek.
Hi, I'm Stacy Toji, and I serve on the Board of Directors at Go for Broke National Education Center. This year has been an exceptionally busy time for us, along with the incredible new building, which you have heard about, and all of the innovative programming that we have been doing with Next Generations.
I hope that our students are able to kind of see themselves in some of the history,
so that they can connect it to their lives, the lives of their families.
There's a whole lot more activity that's going on. Let's start with Boise, Idaho, where our traveling exhibit, Courage and Compassion, has just opened.
What we did for this particular venue is to really dig into the history of Japanese Americans in the state of Idaho. And they were affected in a variety of ways, different from those on the West Coast.
We didn't go to camp. We were volunteer evacuees.
The farmers were in need of sugar beet thinning, topping, picking out potatoes and so forth. So they helped the farmers a lot.
The day I left, the entire high school band came to station, railroad station, and gave me a good, fair send-off.
Japanese American soldier who came from the small town of Lava Hot Springs, Idaho, was so inspired by his friends, loyalty to him, them standing up for him after Pearl Harbor was attacked. And so he decided to volunteer for service. It took him 3 tries because they didn't trust him as a Japanese American, but he persisted. And on his 3rd try, he was finally accepted, and he ended up serving with the 442nd. He was killed in action on the way to Torchbearers. He was awarded a Silver Star for his actions that led to his death. He's honored in the Lava Hot Springs Cemetery. To me, it's so important because he is such an Idaho boy, and it didn't matter that his parents were immigrants from Japan. This family was really part of Idaho history. Because it is a traveling exhibition, Courage and Compassion is able to bring this very important American story for whom sometimes the story is a local story, they're just not aware of it.
From Idaho, let's go to the city of Glendale here in Southern California. Late last year, the city of Glendale created the Sadao Munemori Square right next to their city hall. We were proud to work with the LA Consul General, Kenko Sone, and the Glendale City Council in making this dedication happen.
As we face the sobering reality of confrontation and division in various places throughout the world, the naming of Sadao S. Munemori Square by the city of Glendale brings us great hope.
In addition to traveling exhibits and dedications, we continue to release videos which tell the story of our veterans' courage, patriotism, and sacrifice. An upcoming video will highlight the contributions of the Military Intelligence Service. Let's take a sneak peek.
The War Department Intelligence Branch realized that to fight Japan, we needed to recruit Nisei and train them in military Japanese, and then use them to do the heavy lifting of the translating and the interrogating prisoners.
If we remain in the internment camp and did nothing, it would forever be branded for people not being loyal.
This recruiter came around and said that they would take us in. I was so dang happy.
I couldn't believe what I saw in there. It listed all the major weapons of the Japanese Imperial Army, the size, the type, this thing is hot,
The Nisei put their hearts into this. They wanted the suffering to end on both sides, and they were fighting with their hearts and minds to prove their own loyalty, but it was a personal battle to win the war.
Wow, I can't wait to see the final version. You'll be able to see that video and all of our other videos on our YouTube channel. The internet has provided us an unparalleled platform through which to share the story of the Japanese American soldiers of World War II. We have been engaging thousands of people through podcasts and social media posts.
As a person from my generation, I can't imagine our country doing this to a whole group of people.
And that's why honoring our Nisei veterans is so important.
They teach valuable lessons of perseverance, bravery, and loyalty that anyone can relate to.
Go for Broke resonated with me because of what the motto and the soldiers of the 100th and 442nd stood for. And their legacy lives on today.
As you can see, we've been busy. Be sure to follow us through our eTorch newsletter, YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And don't forget, we're looking forward to seeing you all at the Evening of Aloha Gala Benefit on September 14th.
So, on this special day, as we celebrate 25 years of our monument, as we anticipate the construction of a new building that will be a permanent home, and as we envision how the Go for Broke spirit will continue to inspire the next generations, we have much in which to reflect and be grateful. Now, here to close our program is my friend and president of Go for Broke National Education Center, Mitch Maki.
Thank you, David. And thank you to all of you who are viewing our 25th Monument Anniversary. And a very special thank you to all of you who have supported Go for Broke National Education Center over our 3.5 decades of existence. Today, you have just heard of all the exciting things that are happening at our organization. A new building which serves the needs of the city, the Little Tokyo District, and our organization's growth.
100 years from now, it's going to be a bigger story, and I think it's going to be more important.
Next-gen programming that is inspiring the hearts and minds of young Americans from a myriad of backgrounds. a traveling exhibit that is expanding our network of supporters by telling the veteran's story in new places.
More Idaho Matters from the studios of Boise State Public Radio News. I'm Gemma Gaudette. A new exhibit at the Idaho State Museum called Courage and Compassion, Our Shared Story of the Japanese-American World War II Experience, explores this topic with interviews and rare photos as well as other artifacts.
Public programs which use the power of the internet and social media to share the story not only around the nation, but around the world. Active participation in assisting cities to commemorate and preserve the legacy of our Japanese-American World War II veterans. As our torchbearer, Emiko Krantz, stated, the legacy of our Nisei soldiers is that they fought for the future of those they loved and those they would never know. Today, by sharing the story and maintaining the legacy of our Japanese-American soldiers of World War II, we continue the work for a better future for those we love and those we may never know.
If I could speak to the Nisei veterans, especially the fallen soldiers, I would say thank you for sacrificing.
They gave it their all for a country that betrayed them.
They laid the foundation for the next generations to live in this country and to be thought of as equals.
We are honoring them to this day. I want them to recognize that. I would hope that they can know that.
On this 25th anniversary of our Go for Broke monument, I thank you all for the support that you have given to us. I ask that you consider continuing to give so that our work can continue. Please visit our website, goforbroke.org, and click on the donate button. Our work can only continue through support from people like you. Thank you. To end our Monument's 25th anniversary program, we leave you with a very special rendition of America the Beautiful, featuring Daniel Ho, Jun Kuramoto, Stacy Toji, and 3 of our very special veterans, Yosh Nakamura, Toki Yoshihashi, and Ed Nakamura. We'll see you all next year.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, and crown thy good with